Welcome back to Looking for Geeks. Let's take a look at what happened at Wrestle Kingdom 13. So if you watched my prediction video, you'll know I was probably about 50-50. Not terrible, but not spectacular by any means. The match on the kickoff show was the championship opportunity for the six-man Never Openweight Championship. Now, in this one, I had Suzuki-gun going over simply because they're a more cohesive unit, but I was way off. Turns out that we got Makabe, Yano, and Taguchi. Now, this was a reunion of Yano and Makabe from their old days as the most violent players before chaos happened. More recently, Yano and Taguchi have been more comedy wrestlers and less likely to be seen in like the main event picture, and the Never Openweight is not exactly a main event belt, but it's not usually one you see even comedy wrestlers going for. But then again, they were teamed up with Makabe, who's always been very serious, very powerful performer, a former IWGP heavyweight champion. So to see these three winning and having that reunion of the most violent players was really a weird way to kick off the show. Really unexpected, but a lot of fun to watch. Next, we had the Never Openweight Singles Championship. Now, in this one, I predicted Ibushi to go over Ospreay because, we want to keep Ibushi happy. But as some other folks online pointed out, Ibushi's moving up to the heavyweight classification. This was a stepping stone between the junior heavyweight division and the main heavyweight division. So this was probably a good move in the long run. It gives Ospreay a championship, which he's definitely deserving of, and lets Ibushi move up to the main card. Now, for the first prediction I got right, LIJ did take the Junior Heavyweight Tag Championship. The match was kind of odd. It felt more like a filler match than a main match, which is really unusual. Usually the Tag Championships mean more. The teams in this one are great. I mean, I enjoy watching them, but they don't all feel like, real borderline main event guys. This was a great way to get Bushi and Shingo, their newest member, a little bit of a rub, getting them closer to, main card status. And it was a great match. And man, looking at Shingo, he is really pushing that junior title. And another one that I got way, way off. We saw Zack Sabre Jr. go over Ishii to get the Rev Pro Heavyweight Championship back. I definitely expected this title change to happen at a Rev Pro event, to have it on Wrestle Kingdom. Wow. And it was a worthy match. Man, those two really put on a great show. Now, continuing with my correct predictions, LIJ continues to roll by taking the Heavyweight Tag Championship. That makes two Wrestle Kingdoms in a row where we saw Evil and Sanada take that tag title. I expect Evil and Sanada in the coming year to be even bigger stars, and we might even see them take some of the singles championships as well. Another one I predicted correctly had Juice Robinson going over Cody. Now, once again, this goes back to the whole AEW thing. How is that going to work with New Japan? And the simple way is it's not. We don't know for sure if it's going to, but the safe thing to do was take those belts off the AEW members. And unfortunately, that meant Cody. This was a great match. Definitely a little bit different from traditional New Japan style, as both of these guys have worked extensively in the United States. But in the end, it was a solid match and a great addition to the card. In another surprise ending, at least to me, we saw the Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori, take the Junior Heavyweight Championship off of Kishida. Now, the rumor going around is that Kushida may be going up to the heavyweight division. He's kind of a smaller wrestler, so that might be a bit of a stretch at this point. Then again, it could just be that these two are going to go back and forth for that junior heavyweight title for the rest of this year. Not something I would mind seeing by any stretch. Bullet Club going from strength to strength saw Switchblade Jay White taking out Okada. I was expecting Okada to get back some of his momentum, but man, this really cements the Switchblade as a main event player. I wouldn't be surprised to see him going after the IWGP Heavyweight Championship sometime in the next year, possibly even next Wrestle Kingdom. This was an amazing match and proves that those 6-star bouts between Okada and Omega, it wasn't all Omega. Okada is an amazing worker, and Jay White is turning into one of the best workers in New Japan. And LIJ rolling again. LIJ continues to roll. Naito takes out the Alpha Chris Jericho to gain back the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. This one they've been going back and forth all summer, and this was a great payoff to a great feud. Jericho against not just Naito, but Evil as well. Evil failing to take that belt, but Naito got his revenge and even used the belt to take it back. In the final event on the card, we had the champion, Kenny Omega, going up against the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. It was a great match. It was an IWGP Heavyweight Championship match in every imaginable way. The story was a little strange as we saw Tanahashi playing more of the face in peril, which was kind of weird because Omega, as part of the Elite, separate from the Bullet Club, has been more and more of a face. So this one, you could kind of read either way, depending on your perspective. Tanahashi was the scrappy, recovering underdog, which Tanahashi as an underdog is just strange in and of itself. He sold well. He's definitely a little slower than he used to be, and Omega was just his usual amazing self, and everything was just crisp, fluid, and he even pulled out some of Tana's moves and did them better than Tana could. In the end, Tanahashi did win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship back. This makes Tana's 8th IWGP Heavyweight Championship reign. Overall, a great card as expected. A few surprises, especially for me, since I made some really off predictions. But it was a lot of fun. It was great to watch. And from top to bottom, the show held my attention. Now, off to watch New Year's Dash and see where the rest of the year leads for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Join us next week. I'll be reporting back from that All Elite Wrestling press conference fan event, and we'll see where the wrestling landscape is coming up for the new year.